We're excited to have Snapchat join us this year for the event. They have a session on why brand purpose matters. We'd like to welcome Snapchat to the stage.
While the whole world is wondering what's next, there's always been one community that's kept the future on their minds. A community that uses the camera to talk face-to-face with their friends. They hop on video chats to keep in touch with their families all over the world. They're consuming hours of curated entertainment and news content from trusted partners, and they're inspiring each other to turn their ideal worlds into reality. We call them the Snapchat generation. I'm Nicole Longo, and I oversee our North America business marketing team at Snapchat. And I'm so excited today to share with you insights about our community so that you can be more thoughtful about the type of messaging and content that will resonate with this dynamic generation. So let's start with who the Snapchat generation is. Snapchat reaches 90% of 13 to 24-year-olds in the United States and 80% of 13 to 24-year-olds in Canada. We live and breathe Gen Z. In fact, our 13 to 24-year-old community in the US is bigger than Facebook, Instagram, and Messenger combined. But we're not just about Gen Z. We also have an engaged millennial community. Snapchat reaches 75% of the 13 to 34-year-old US population and 60% of 13 to 34-year-olds in Canada. Together, these two groups of Snapchatters are not just glued to their phones, but they're shaping the world in amazing new ways. Take a look at this.
Snapchatters are different.
They're savvy,
positive,
creative,
dynamic.
They're unlike any other users of other social media platforms.
I admire how comfortable they are expressing themselves in all areas of their life, not just the most polished, glossy, prepared moments.
Whenever you open Snapchat, it's like a little burst of joy, making everyday moments better.
The Snapchat generation is hyper engaged. Instead of texting, they snap.
Happy Monday. Good morning.
They practically live on Snapchat.
It allows people to tell their stories in the way they want to say it best.
And I was like, Snapchat just lends itself so perfectly and authentically to word of mouth.
If Snapchatters like it, they share it.
They enjoy interacting with it, and that makes it more powerful when they share it with their friends.
We can get up close and personal just like this and really talk to our audience one-to-one.
It's no longer about engagement, it's actually about interaction.
We work with Snapchat to put a helmet on your face, to put on a virtual jersey.
Those things you dream of in your mind, they bring it to life.
The Snapchat generation is really revolutionizing the way that we communicate with one another.
That Snapchat generation is fueling the future.
This is the audience that we reach today. This is the audience that we need to continue reaching for the next 100 years.
So you've heard from our partners, and at Snapchat, we couldn't be prouder of our community as they continue to shape the world in their own unique way with the help of their real friends. So now let's talk about values and behaviors that matter to this generation. We've done some research at Snapchat and identified 5 themes that really resonate with our community. First, they're taking social responsibility seriously. They care deeply about their communities. They celebrate individuality. They're nurturing their friendships, and they're communicating with these friends in all new ways. So let's double click on each of these and think about different examples of brands that have leaned into each of these insights. So what do I mean when I say they're taking social responsibility seriously? The Snapchat generation is a generation that wants to build a better world. They're using their voices to speak up for good, and they're demanding meaningful change. 82% of Snapchatters believe they have a personal responsibility to drive the change that they want to see in the world. But don't take my word for it. I want you to hear it directly from them.
It's day number 3,462 in quarantine.
We are having a really hard time.
Quarantine without Sylvia.
Morning.
I can't even imagine it.
My little sister, she's an ITU nurse.
I'm by myself and I can't visit my loved ones.
I'm making our favorite dish.
Ich glaube auch, dass wenn ich Jasmina nicht hätte, nicht so positiv.
We're like, I'm feeling moody today, so let's dance.
I'm always working, always doing something. All of a sudden, that's just...
When I heard the news that another black person was killed unjustly by law enforcement, I
felt a wave of emotions. I felt
hurt,
shocked,
numb, angry, because I could be next. That could have been my father, that could have been my friend.
We are tired. We're tired.
Systematic racism is a virus in itself. There are a lot of people out here risking their lives on the front lines, protesting, advocating for change.
Me and Trell, when I was out protesting, he was making sure I was safe.
As a black person,
as a young person, it is my job to demand justice.
I have hope that our world won't be like this forever.
Sarà semplice ritornare alle abitudini che avevamo prima.
We are the generation that use our voices, and we are very proud of our voices.
These are our lives we are protesting for.
Let's keep making noise, because we're making a change.
Wow, that video gives me chills every time I watch it. The phones in our pockets have really leveled the playing field for media, and there's nothing more authentic or powerful than seeing something like that directly from a Snapchatter's perspective, live and in the moment. So this transitions nicely into the next theme about Snapchatters. They care deeply about their communities too, and they love giving back. Snapchatters are 34% more likely than non-Snapchatters to buy from brands that support their local community. This means they're paying attention to which causes your brands align with, and it's influencing their purchasing decisions. When I think about a brand who has leaned into this insight well, I think about Uber Eats. During the pandemic, Uber Eats realized that local businesses were facing uncertainty. So they turned to Snapchat and our community who cares about supporting local and created a campaign using our AR lens. In this campaign, they used Snapchat's camera tracking technology to put a delivery bag for Uber Eats in your hands with a messaging that says, "I support local." So now let's talk about what Snapchatters do best: celebrate their individuality. This is a creative generation who loves to stand out, who loves to be unique. When we asked Snapchatters what slogan defines you best, they chose "Be yourself." But they're not just creative on their own. They love to be inspired by different people, cultures, ideas, and lifestyles. So a brand that comes to mind that has really taken this to heart in their marketing messaging is Nike with their "You Can't Stop Us" campaign. In this campaign, they showed a montage of everyday athletes from different backgrounds who are living in different quarantine situations with varying levels of exercise equipment that was available to them, and created a campaign that showed inspiration and creativity to inspire a community to keep going. And they showed us that while we're all physically apart, together we are one community who can reimagine the way we think about sports. Let's take a look at their Snapchat commercial. Friendship. Friendship is a core value for Snapchatters. They care deeply about their friends, and they say that they are their greatest influence. In this summer, we surveyed Snapchatters to ask who's influencing their purchase decisions. It wasn't celebrities. It wasn't influencers. It was their real friends, and by a lot. Snapchatters said close friends are over 4 times more influential than celebrities or influencers on their purchasing decisions. And they can find their real friends on Snapchat. That's because we're a platform that has no public likes, no comments, no pressure, no judgment. You're free to be you with the people you care about most. On Snapchat, you have to opt in for two-way communication. So these are the friends that you communicate with on a daily basis. This is an example of me sending a snap to my best friend to ask for advice on an outfit. It was Black Friday, there was a long line at the cash register, and I knew I had to make a fast decision to get in and out of that dressing room and get in the line. So the fastest way to communicate with my best friend was to send a snap exactly where I was in the moment. A brand that has also tapped into this thinking is Starbucks. For their holiday Red Cup campaign, they added a tagline, "Try it with a friend," to their AR lens. They tapped into this notion that Snapchat is a platform for real friends and wanted to encourage sharing. Because what better way to celebrate the holidays than with your real friends? I'll close with one final insight about how this generation is communicating and changing the way that we communicate. The first way is through vertical video. 75% of Snapchatters said that vertical video is more personal and immersive. So think about that in your marketing. The creative canvas that a vertical screen opens up for you is limitless. Think about this example from DiGiorno. You're seeing the steam come off of the pizza, and when that shows up full screen on your camera, wow, I want a pizza right now. The other way they're communicating is through augmented reality. On average, over 180 million Snapchatters are engaging with AR on a daily basis. They're using AR to express themselves and to learn about the world around them and change it in these new, cool ways. Gucci was the first brand to do a sponsored AR lens that allowed you to virtually try on their shoes. This really leaned in to the authentic way that Snapchatters are communicating with AR. It also capitalized on a fantastic moment to bring the shopping experience to people who right now, a lot of us can't go to physical retail stores. From trying on shoes to turning yourself into your favorite zombie character from your favorite mobile game, like this Call of Duty mobile example, the options for marketing with AR are endless. You can even turn the camera around and turn your living room into the happiest place on earth, like this example's from The Sims from EA. The Snapchat camera can also scan product packaging. With Too Faced Cosmetics, they connected their beauty AR lens to their product packaging. And when you scan the barcode with Snapchat, it opened up to a beauty tutorial to show you how to apply their new eyeshadow palette. So now that you know what 5 themes really resonate with Snapchatters, you can take this learning with you to create meaningful messaging and content that will resonate with this generation. And now I invite you to take these learnings to connect with a community that's driving change. Thank you.